Canadian teacher Kayla Lemieux with size Z fake boobs placed on paid leave, aka basically fired. By the way, for this teacher and whatnot, what they need to do is to quickly find another paying job or some way to bring in money while they still have this paid leave because they're still getting money. So, the Canadian high school teacher who wears massive Z cup prosthetic breasts in class has been placed on leave after the post revealed that she rarely wears them outside of school. And for those that don't know, this is basically a situation where a male teacher ends up wearing supersized, like almost like clown like sized fake boobs at school, right? So the Halton School District confirmed that Oakville Trafalgar High School shop teacher Kayla Lemieux was put on paid leave Tuesday. While not currently on an active assignment, the teacher remains employed with the Halton District School Board, spokesperson Heather Francie told the Toronto Sun. Lemieux's suspension comes after Education Minister Stephen Lecce and Halton Region MPPs Natalie Pierre, Stephen Crawford, and Effie Triantafylopoulos, dear Lord, that last name, rebuked the school board for having abdicated its responsibility by failing to put the interests and safety of students first, according to the Sun. Which, by the way, regardless of like someone's like political views as to what's going on and whatnot, which that's not the reason why I'm even talking about this, it's like wearing these supersized fake tatas in a shop class where you are the teacher is just like a health hazard as well, right? You could end up basically potentially getting sued because they end up just getting in the way, potentially putting these kids at risk for damaging themselves with tools. Like, it's just a risky situation. And also, the school board would probably also get sued too. But who knows? It's Canada. So, one mother named Lynn told the school board Wednesday that forms of identity and expression presented in the school environment must be scrutinized against the child's safeguarding practices. The board has remained largely quiet about Lemieux, while parents have raged for months about her wearing prosthetics in front of students. Photos and videos taken in school have shown her wearing tight clothing with large nipples protruding under the fabric of her top. The controversy has sparked numerous threats of violence against Lemieux and school officials, and the Board of Education meetings have descended into chaos as it attempts to address the issue. The saga gained international attention and came to a head after the Post revealed last month that once outside school, Lemieux often ditches the breast, wig, and makeup and appears as a man, which sent shockwaves through the district. Post photos showed a dressed down Lemieux wearing men's sweatpants, sneakers, and a puffer vest with no sign of her breasts, makeup, glasses, or wig, a getup that her neighbors said she wears extremely infrequently. She insisted in a sit down with the Post that the man in the photos was not her, although she admitted she could not prove it and denied wearing prosthetic breasts at all. Which, to put it in like another way, like the reason why this individual basically is doing what they're doing in terms of like completely dressing down is so that they basically can just not get recognized and go do their typical day without having to deal with anything. These are real, Lemieux said, adding that she could not say who the person photographed was because I don't want to bring anyone else into this. This is who I am, this is how I look. You've been talking to people in my building, but what they're telling you is harsh and untrue. I am always going out looking the way I am. Which, again, this gets into a situation where, like, you don't even know if this is like a real mental health type of issue, type of situation, or some dude just wanting to, like, troll people. But the main thing is, this person basically was put on administrative leave and well, paid leave. So they are pretty much fired, and they need to use this time while they are still bringing in money from this paid leave to again find a job that at the very least could cover their expenses. Now, the weird thing about this whole situation is just like that female cop that could have used this attention to make a lot of money instead of just suing people, she or this individual or dude or whatever could do something similar by creating some sort of private website, doing some questionable stuff, and be able to bring in money. And I keep saying this pretty often, but it's just like to me, like if you have like such a massive following and you're able to charge like 10 or 20 bucks a month, but you got like 1,000 people paying you that amount of money when like there's been hundreds of thousands of people or even millions of people seeing your stuff, you can make a good amount of money. You could technically make a good living doing that. Lamuse told the Post that although she began undergoing hormone replacement therapy in 2021 and was in transition, she is not a transgendered person but was born intersex. The teacher said her extra large breasts, or this person can't even spell breasts, are caused by a condition called gigantomastia, but also admitted that she's never been officially diagnosed. Gigantomastia is a rare condition that involves developing extremely large breasts due to excessive breast tissue growth, according to the renowned Cleveland Clinic, which said there are only about 300 cases reported. Crazy. And also, for sure, it is the exact same person. Outraged parents demanded that Halton District School Board impose a dress code for teachers, which was initially rejected last year due to concerns about violating Ontario's Human Rights Code. In January, the school board agreed to develop a policy requiring that teachers maintain an appropriate and professional appearance. Lumuse told the Post that she would follow the direction of the board on what they mandated, but denied that she dressed in a provocative fashion. I don't think there's any problem with how I have dressed. It's the personal opinion of other people. I don't think I have dressed unprofessionally, she said. And of course, no comments on this, but if you stumble upon this, feel free to give your thoughts on this whole situation. But the main reason why I really wanted to cover this is like, say you're in a situation where you were working thinking everything was basically fine, but then you basically get fired. But even though you were fired, you were still paid something, right? It might be half your pay, a quarter of your pay, whatever, paid leave, whatever it is. What you have to do is really capitalize on the time that you have still making money from this source of income to really try to find something that hopefully would actually pay you more than what you were originally making. But if not, at the very least, to find something that could cover your living expenses. Because you still gotta live. You still have bills to pay. Pretty much no matter who you are, you got bills to pay. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, probably not as crazy as this one, but if you were to get fired, laid off, whatever, try as quickly as you can to find a job. But if you're getting paid from that source because it's paid leave, try to find a really higher paying job, right? So if you were making like 40K a year, maybe try to find something that makes 60K a year or 80K a year within that time frame, hopefully. Now, you might not be able to get that, but you should try to shoot for something like that so that you're not just making like a linear move after getting like laid off. You could maybe just take a step up. That'd be pretty nice. Even if it's like a $1,000 pay bump, a $5,000 pay bump, long term, that's still going to help you out a lot in your financial goals.